Jacoby, kind of what did you see from the game film from San Francisco, and how do you look at this juncture of the week going into a big one against Miami?
Yeah, I think it. You look back at the film; it was just execution. Execution in a lot of heightened situations, where there was third down. Key plays and drives and things like that. I think it really came down to execution. And going forward, and obviously, we got a new quarter of our season coming up right now. So the mindset is, kind of not to like clear the slate, but it's got a fresh start, and get ready for essentially week one. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where we are right now. And a lot of guys are excited about this opportunity as far as starting the second quarter of our season. And getting this thing off to the right foot. Obviously, being at home, have been at home for a while, so get to play in front of our fans, and so yeah. Whoa.
How does it change for you working with Nick Leverett as opposed to David?
Not at all. I mean, we that's kind of what practice is for a lot of times, and you get those reps with a lot of the different guys. So obviously playing in the game with Nick, obviously having that rapport. That's a good word I just used. That rapport with him, and and building on that, and yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. That one hurt me. One of the key reasons why I wanted to come back here, because of my past relationship with him, and it's tough when a guy like that goes down, because he's not going down for anything minor. I talked to him this morning, and he's like, man, I think I'm like, Dave, like, come on, man, like as much as I would love for you to, but it's just he means so much to this team, not only just on the field but off the field. His presence, in the locker room, obviously in this community. He's been here for so long, and it's like you wish you had, 53, David Andrews,
Jacoby, what are some of those things that David brings to the table that we don't get to see every day, that you get to see around him, and just obviously the center position being as important as it is?
I mean, I would say start with knowledge of the game. He kind of runs the show out there. I'm kind of just co-hosting when he's out there. His toughness, I don't think people understand how tough he is, and the things he's battled, through his career, and still, he's happy-go-lucky to be out there, and just a childlike energy, and his play, just speaks for itself. When you see him when he's healthy, man, and see him playing, it's like he's up there with the top guys in his league, and and the guy that has won a lot of football in his league, and has seen a lot of football, and it's obviously gonna be tough to fill that void. We obviously have to, but like I said, it's tough losing him.
With you getting hit and sacked, and with him, obviously struggling, how do you avoid like a pity party on your flight home, even from San Francisco, because of what's happened in the first quarter of time?
Yeah, I don't think it's time for the pity party. I don't think we have time for a pity party. So. We kind of understand, like, going forward, this second quarter, Mayo kind of emphasized that, our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coach kind of emphasized that in our respectable rooms about, this second quarter of our season. And the first quarter was what the first quarter was. It's no escaping it, but you get a chance to make a new second quarter, and start new momentum, and start a new junction of the season. And a lot of guys, and I know a lot everybody is excited about that opportunity, and it starts today on practice field.
You talked last week about reflecting, and you talked a lot about reflecting last week. Last couple of days, how do you mentally kind of recoup, re-prepare, and get going again for a new game this week?
That's part of the league, the good thing was we had a long flight. The bad thing was it was a long flight, but couldn't sleep on the plane, so thought about the game, watched the game, and kind of flushed it, and kind of just moved on, and then obviously come in and watch it with the team, and get our corrections and things like that. But yeah, that's just how the league works. You can't dwell on the past, good or bad. You kind of gotta keep moving forward.
Okay, I know Miami, this week's opponent, that was a previous stop for you, and you played with Tua. Just curious if you have any relationship with him, if you reached out to him or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked at the beginning of the season, and then I think I sent him a text. Maybe I remember. Yeah, relationship there. Yeah.
Disappointed that you won't
Yeah,
play.
for sure. Yeah, man. I don't want to see no player get injured. No matter what the case may be. Obviously somebody that I know for sure. And just hoping that he continues to recover and get healthy.
Jacoby, Gerard just said, after the Bengals win, that's not a sustainable way for the team to win going forward for the rest of the season, not being able to score more than 20 points. Is that a message that he's communicated to offensive players behind the scenes? And what ways do you see the team improving their ability to score more points in a game?
Well, you mean I and the offense. Yeah, he's definitely conveyed that message. And that's what we're working to try to do, and figure out. And obviously we have game plans in place and things and we're trying to execute it. And that's when I kind of go back to the first question. It's just the execution, what I mean? And I think that's really what Gerard is really harping on us about, is just execution, and especially in a lot of those key moments in those situational in the parts of the game, whether it's, first down coming out off the sideline, or, third downs, staying on the field and things like that. Because when we get drives going, we get drives going. And then, obviously finishing in the red zone. And so, I definitely think this quarter of our season is about us, in our execution and really, kind of growing up as a team and as individuals.
Jacoby, after the game the other day, Gerard said schematically he would have liked to see the offense be able to get the ball out a little bit more quickly. Do you feel like you've been given enough in the way of answers to be able to get rid of the ball before pressure is bearing down on it?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of a lot of different things, but yeah.
Jacoby, I want to play off Phil's question a little bit. Quarterback's job, part of it is to be able to read the field and make reads. You've been under pressure a lot, obviously. How does that pressure that you're under affect you in terms of the reads you're able to make for individual plays?
It definitely plays a part in it, and that's the good thing about being early in the season and being able to go back and watch the film and now, like I said, it's the second quarter now. So now how do you get to those reads faster? Get the ball out faster, and I think that's my job, obviously, and obviously AVP's job, and honestly, all of our jobs really is to find ways to where because teams are going to pressure us, and we're very aware of that. So now it's about how do we answer and combat that and moving forward.
Even adding to that, you mentioned Jalen Tolkien, the trust that you had going down the field with him against the Niners. Is that something that's kind of been building behind the scenes, and also with the pressure and everything? Does it help to have a guy who can win outside and kind of be that easy button?
Yeah, definitely. It's been something that we've been trying to emphasize to a lot of different guys. Obviously, Polk had a couple opportunities in the game, made some plays, and definitely excited about the growth in that, and obviously more guys coming into that fold. But yeah, it's definitely something that we're trying to do.
Jacoby, there was a year, I think it was your second year, where you were sacked 50-something times. Just curious what you may have learned from that year in terms of being mentally and physically tough, and maybe if you're applying any of those lessons to what you're doing.
You got to rephrase that a little bit for me.
There was
I got that part about the sack part,
yeah,
but
did you take any lessons from that year specifically that you're applying to the way things are going now?
Yeah, I know the toll that it takes on the team when I keep getting up, and I know the confidence that gives our guys that I keep getting up, and I think that's about it.